shell here, shell's nails. All right, I'm going to have a little play with some new acrylic. Just pull this back and show you. So it is from Phenix Glitters. Nice and shiny. So we have, what's this called? Glow Delight. It's got bits in, you can't really tell. I've done a video on it. This one is Earth. Did you see that? Yeah, Earth. This one is the nail bed colour called Dreamy. Then we have Pink Gin. Shiny, shiny. And then we've got the clear, which is called Sheer Paradise. All right, so size your tips up. Okay, you need to go from side wall to side wall, and then when you put them on, 45-degree angle, and just push them on that way, and then the glue will go up the nail and there won't be any air bubbles. Okay, it's always better to have your tips a little bit bigger than smaller. So there you go, sits right on the side wall. This one sits on the side wall. It's a little bit wider there, but that's fine, we can sort that out. If there's any extra glue, just give that a wipe. Okay, there we go. So we'll get these all on. I am going to use my Melody Susie today, but you can use a hand file. So 180 is perfectly fine. So I'll do one with the hand file. So just gently over your edge, just to make sure it's nice and flush. Yeah, don't go too mad. Nice and flush. Just gently. There we are. Don't worry about the shape because you're going to do that in a minute. And then over the top, just gently, just where the tip meets the natural nail. That's why we're using a 180, because if you touch that natural nail, you don't want to damage it. Okay, so don't use anything too harsh. You're just basically filing this bit a little bit thinner. These tips aren't too bad actually. Some tips you get they're quite thick here. And what you're going to do with the 180, you're going to just scratch your nail up. You'll just imagine that you've already done your prep here. You know, your cuticle prep that you need to do. Pushing your cuticle back and then basically we're just scratching the surface just to get some, so the acrylic will adhere. Okay, and just, it's not so important with acrylic to score the tip because the acrylic will stick to anything really, but as a habit you can get into the habit of doing that, because if you're using hard gel instead of acrylic then you'll need to score it. So I tend to do it just as habit on all the nails. Then if you want to do it with you want it on the lowest speed, so just gently get those edges. It's easier with a hand file to do the edges, to be honest. And then just, this is a medium sanding band, and you just you can see how gentle it is because it stops if you press too hard. And just go around your cuticle. Don't forget to score your file. It's exactly the same as a normal file. So when you score it, you just run the edge and that'll take that sharp edge off, okay? Obviously I'd already done it, but just to let you know. There we are. Alright. And then just, I normally just whiz it quickly over the edge there, and that's that done. And you want to get them cleaned off. I would normally use like a swipe, like alcohol or acetone. If you use something with acetone in it, then it'll dehydrate the nail at the same time. So if this was a real person, you'd put your dehydrator on and then put your primer on, and then you'd be ready to rumble. Right. So I haven't really decided what I'm going to do, but what I do on a person is I do a thin clear layer. So it's just habit, and it's a good habit to get into, because then when you come to file or do an infill, you can just file back to this clear layer. My precious got a loose hair. Bits of fluff. Doing well today. Just a little bit. And this is a good thing to do. Like, your clear is your strength powder. So what you're doing is you're basically protecting the nail, you're strengthening the nail, and then you've got a nice base, so you can actually, if you want to change your shape or you want to sharpen your shape up, right, here we go. So I'm going to attempt to do a nail bed, and I say attempt because usually when I do stuff like this on camera, it doesn't go to plan. So an extended nail bed is what I meant to say. So just place your bead a little bit further down the nail, and then just pat it to where you want it. Use the sides of your brush just to build it back up. Because I'm not sure where I want it. It's not something I do on a regular basis with acrylic. I find this process is easier with polygel. It's very nice. Right, so I think we shall just about leave it there. Bit of a point, but so just look at it straight down. You can see whether or not it's in the middle, which pretty much is, and then we'll start building it up at the back. And just get your acrylic and just ease it up the top into your cuticle, nice and thin, and then we'll build the sides up. You've got plenty of time to move it about. So you're going to file over the top anyway, and you're going to file the sides. But that's pretty much how you create a nail bed. So this one, we're not going to do a nail bed. We're going to just do the full nail. So we're going to blend that up, so that when you come in with another bead, you're not going to see like a line. And then we're going to just pull it down middle of your brush, pull, 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 and brush clean. It's a bit wet. It's the first acrylic of the day. Keep your sides nice. Just gently with your tip blend it back over. Now, I don't care how many beads it takes. I'd rather take my time and not have it lumpy bumpy. Whiskey, knock it off. One of these days he's going to get up and only have 3 pores, I think. Right, missed a little bit at the side there, so just get a little bead, just fill that in, and then gently down. Okay, so it's not looking too bad. So we're going to build this area up here, so you want a bit of a bigger bead. So this is your apex area, so you're going to gently push that back and blend it in so that it's not thick, and then you are going to pull this bead down with your brush, hopefully, she says. And then we're going to get a cuticle bead. And then you're going to tuck it with the tip of your brush all the way around, and then pull it forward, tuck, tuck, pull it forward. And blend it into that last bead, and then just check your cuticle, make sure you've got it all nicely tucked in around the side. Could do with a little bit more product at that little side there, so just get a little bead, pop it in, and then I find it's a little bit flat here, so not a problem. Just get a decent sized bead and then pop it on backwards and just blend it up so that you don't have that thin area, and then just the tip of your brush and just pull it down. There we go, tappy toes. What's the matter with you, grumbly bum? Blend that in. Doesn't want to blend in, does it? A little bead. Just blend it down. You're going to file that anyway, so. But obviously, the neater you get it, the less filing you have to do. So you do a bit here. Put that there, blend it back gently, just with the tip of your brush, gently, gently, and then pull it down right to the tip. And there you go. That should do you. And that's a core powder, so you don't need to cap that one. So let's go back to this one. So this one we're going to file, so you can hear it. Tap, tap, tap. So that's dry. What I'll do is I'll cover these up and I'll show you a quick file, because it's not bad. So what you're doing is you can lie your file flat, and then you can get any excess. See where there's excess on the tip. So just do it gently. What you can do is, if you use a new file, don't take the edges off. Sometimes I do that with these when I'm doing this, the smile line. Then any hoodles come out. So just try and get it as straight as possible. So what you're doing is you're pushing this way, you're not pushing that way. You have to excuse how I grip things, because I don't have very good grip in my hands. Don't worry about the top, because you can file that later to reveal your smile line. What you need is nice flat sides like that. Don't worry about these little bits along here, because you're going to fill them and you're going to tuck your acrylic right up until them corners. I'm not going to do the other two just yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fill the bottom of this in. So just get a little bit of acrylic on there. So I'm going to use the earth colour. So just get a little bit on your brush at first. Don't need loads, because you're going to tuck it right up into that corner. Don't worry if you go over the smile line over the top, because you're going to file it in. What's important is that you get it tucked right in. This is a little bit more difficult because it's chunky mylar, but you can keep this clean if you want. There we go. Try and keep it nice and flat. Just little tiny beads, just till you get it where you want it. Same the other side. Just tuck it in. Right up into that corner. And if you're using hard gel, you do exactly the same thing. You just use your gel brush instead, just to tuck it up, and then have a little look, see if they're even. A bit higher. There we are. And then fill the rest of that in. Same with the other side. Just get it up the edge, right up to that smile line. So then you can put whatever colour you want at the bottom. So I'm just going to put another couple of little bits of mylar there. A little bit over this side. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the other colour, and I'm just going to pop a little bit of that on the end, like so. And then we'll have a little bit of a glass nail. See if I can pick another little bit up. Yeah, I can. There we go. So just let that set up a bit. So decent bead, plonk it on the end, and then walk your acrylic up the sides with your brush. And any excess, just pull it down. Don't worry, you can go in with another bead. So I'm going to get a bead, I'm going to go down the side. I'm just going to make sure that's tucked right in. Same with the other side. Nice little bead. Just tuck it in. Make sure it's gone right up there. Just make sure we've got that all filled in. And smooth your sides down. So there you go. So that's your smile line. Don't need to cap them ones because they're just plain nails. This one I'll do another nail bed off camera, and then I'll put the other colour in that one, the opposite way around maybe. Okay, and I'll be back in a moment. Right guys, just a quick voiceover. I'm just going to show you a little bit of the filing. So just to file the smile line in, I used the nail drill first of all, just showing you that you can do it with a hand file if you like. Get the sides nice and sharp and up and over the top, etc. And that'll file your smile line in. Okay. We're nearly at the end of the filing, just showing you going in with the buffer, 180 buffer. Then I'll use the other side. The best thing to do with acrylic is to work your way up in number, which means going from hard to soft, and that makes your acrylic nice and clear. Okay, not too much more filing, and then we'll get to the top coat. Right, that's better. Okie dokie. So got some acetone, and we're gonna give the nails a rub. Oop, coming out. So this just smooths any little imperfections out from your file, etc. And it makes it a little bit tacky. Right, here we go, top coat time. Sorry, that was Natalie Mugridge, wasn't it? On the nail bed. Ooh, look at that. Go. And these ones, I've just left them plain, but you can, you know, you could do nail art on them, you could do stickers, whatever you fancy. You could just put some gems on, that'd be nice. So when you do glass nails, always flip the hand over and do the underneath, and then that's what makes it look like the transparent, like the glass look. So we'll get that there. Right, so there we go. Should bring it down a bit so you can have a nice look at them. See, all shiny. So we'll swap them round. We did them the opposite. We did the gold at the top and the green at the end. And these are beautiful. Give it a thumbs up, I'd very much appreciate it. Ding that little bell, you'll never miss an upload. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.